We've now been joined live by Madhavan Menon, the Managing Director at Thomas Cook India. Good morning. Welcome to ET Now. We all know what happened in the March quarter. Omicron, corporate travel has made a comeback. So looking forward to some...
So the cash accumulates. Anyway, having said that, talking about the way forward, when you come out of calamity, there are disruptions galore. You go back in history, every event, 52 groups, which if multiplied by the average size of about 40, we're talking about 2,200 passengers that are booked for holidays into Europe. Visas are a problem. Tourists are simply not able to keep up with the demand. My expectation is that over time, governments will improve their productivity on issuance of visas, especially in Europe, which is a focus area for us. As far as foreign exchange and corporate travel they've come blazing back. If you look at foreign exchange, at the end of the March quarter, it was about 65% of 2019, but the margins were much stronger. If you look at corporate travel, it also turned profitable in the March quarter on higher margins. Across the board, we're witnessing actually higher margins, and that can be explained by higher input prices that are coming in. As a bundle of services, that is a reality that we have to live.
So we know leisure travel was making a comeback. We've all, if you want to take a vacation, seen what's happening with tickets, with hotels, revenge travel. But what I find very interesting from what you're saying is corporate travel is back to pre-COVID levels. Did I hear that right?
Absolutely right. But let me qualify that by saying that the mix, earlier it would be a 50-50 international versus domestic. But what we are witnessing still is about 65 or 70% domestic and 30% international. You'll appreciate the international borders only opened on the 27th of March. So in reality, we've seen some of that effect in April, and we're witnessing it in May. So we expect improved profitability in this quarter across all our businesses. And I just want to sort of make a statement here that it's not just about the recovery, but it's about a transformation. At the Thomas Cook Group, we've cut costs significantly. We're still operating at about 40% lower than 2019. And our expectation is that we will hold on to these savings for quite some time to come.
And hi there, good to have you back on the channel after a very long time. Let's get in a sense as to what the outlook is when it comes to your financials, in particular the EBITDA losses as well. They have narrowed. Do you sense that now as things picking up, you sound very optimistic even on corporate travel, leisure demand, your operational performance is likely to improve, and what is going to drive this?
So first of all, if you look at the December quarter, the March quarter, in the December quarter, we broke even at an EBITDA level. If you look at the March quarter on a standalone basis, Thomas Cook actually came in at 4.9 crores at the EBITDA level. So my expectation is that profitability will expand in this quarter on the back of improved volumes across the board in all our businesses, including leisure travel, and the cost savings that we have continued to maintain. So my expectation is that the June quarter will be much better. And this is a journey of recovery. It's not going to happen in one quarter or 2 quarters. My expectation is to get the full-blown effect. It'll at least take another 2 quarters or 3 quarters.
Let's also understand... you were talking about the Forex business. So you're saying that the revenue contribution that came from there has been around 60%? And what kind of margins are you looking at over here?
So let me just the sales numbers have recovered 60%, and my expectation is that by the end of the June quarter, we will be at approximately 90% of 2019 levels. The revenues are higher because we are seeing higher margins. In 2019, I will talk to you about a 1.2% margin. We're today talking about 1.35 and 1.36% margins. We are witnessing that surge, and we hope to try and retain it as long as we can. If you look at corporate travel, what was approximately a 5.5% pre-COVID, we're now at about 7.5, 8. Obviously, this is on the back of higher airfares because we get paid a commission on the airfares. If you look at the leisure travel, admittedly, the input prices have gone up, but through improved productivity as well as our ability to negotiate better prices, we are actually able to have been able to enhance our margins. So we're talking what was pre-COVID 12%, we're talking 14.5% today.
Mr. Menon, you already told us that if you look at the corporate travel bounce back coming to pre-COVID levels, is primarily domestic driven. But like I said, school holidays are on, colleges have gone on break, courts are on break. Some of us, of course, still at work, blistering hot summer holidays. Where are Indians traveling for leisure this year? For Schengen visa, you got to wait about a month and a half even for an appointment.
So, if I just look at the density of flights, Indians are traveling everywhere in the world. Try to book a seat into Southeast Asia, you'll find it difficult to find a seat. Try to book a seat into the Maldives, you'll find it difficult. Try to book a seat into the UAE, you'll find it difficult. Try to book a seat into Europe, you'll find it difficult. Now, there are a variety of reasons. It's not just India that is driving this, but the fact that the air liquidity, and when I talk of air liquidity, the number of seats available has reduced out of Europe. The US non-stops, barring two airlines, Air India and I think United, which operate into Delhi and United operates into Delhi, and Air India operates into Delhi and Mumbai. There are no flights that are operating in the non-stop space. So right now we're battling with revenge travel, as you defined it earlier, as well as a shortage of seats and the petroleum prices as to where they are. But that's not restraining people, because if you look at the queries that we are receiving, people are still asking about bookings. And as I said earlier, we have nearly 2,100 bookings for Europe alone, despite higher hotel prices, despite higher airfares. So I think everybody wants to capitalize on the fact that they didn't have a holiday for 2 years, or the form of holiday that we offer. And now they suddenly want to travel everywhere they can find it. We're suggesting to our customers, look, don't focus on Europe at the moment or the US unless you have an existing visa. Now, the 2,200 people that we're talking about, most of them have existing visas and therefore are able to travel. But Southeast Asia is far easier, and visas are available fairly easily. Australia takes 15 days to get a visa. I mean, that's like a dream when you compare it to the West.
Okay, so you're advising not to go to Europe, you're advising not to go to America at the moment, but domestic travel, which has picked up so much, many of us have discovered new destinations, gone to places we never thought we would. Domestically, what's hot?
The usual ones, Kashmir, Ladakh, the Andamans, Kerala's coming back in, Goa's already in. But, people have now started traveling to the Northeast. I hear destinations in the Northeast, which I've never heard customers asking about. People are talking about Kerala slowly coming back in. I think there was a fear that Kerala had not got over COVID adequately, but I think that we are past that. So domestically, people are willing to go anywhere. I mean, we receive requests for Uttarakhand, Himachal, into places which people never normally travel. I mean, if you talk of Uttarakhand, people used to talk about Dehradun and possibly Haridwar or Rishikesh. But today, people are talking about other destinations in that state. In Himachal, people are willing to go further than they ever did. So, I think that domestically, there has been a huge discovery process that has happened. And my expectation is that in the years to come, this is going to continue. The improved infrastructure, while the infrastructure into the Chardham area has improved significantly, the rush killed some of that enthusiasm. But the reality is, I think domestic tourism is just going to continue growing the way it is today. And it is going to be a major source of revenue for us.
Okay, so that's what's hot domestically when it comes to the tourist hotspots. Overseas, you've got it all going as well. If you can get a ticket, if you